everyone, this is Marz Super on the Marz Super channel, and today we got a ban list and a skill rebalancing going on right now on Duel Links. What is this? I took a sneak peek of the skill balancing, and I really like what they're trying to do these next couple months, and I feel like there's some preemptive strikes happening to this ban list now for future sets. So let's get into it. Let's look at the skill rebalancing, let's look at the new ban list, and let's start talking about it. But before we do all of that, do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button. Show me some love. I'm tired of y'all. I know y'all be watching these. So like this, comment down below. I try to make sure I reply to every single comment. So do that for me, my boys and girls, and everything in the beautiful between. So, it's Marz Super. Make sure you hit this video with a like. Comment down below the biggest change that you think is gonna hurt or best. Actually, let me know if a deck of yours has been hit due to this, due to the ban list. Put it down below. Let me know if your favorite deck got hit and what changes you would have actually done to the ban list. Let's do that. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into this. So let's start with the skills that need to be rebalanced, and we're gonna go over all the reasons for the skill rebalancing first, and then we're gonna get to the actual skills that have been rebalanced. And then we're going to go into the cards that got hit. One of the hits hurt me a little bit. One of the bits really hurt me, y'all. But let's talk about this. So, reasons for skill rebalancing. Grit. The skill has been given a harder activation condition in order to reduce the ability of offensive decks to attack without using resources for defense. This is really to hit a lot of really hard OTK decks. Now, a thing that I really do see, and a reason why I see these changes, is that you gotta remember, Konami is not balancing things for like one particular subset community or anything. They look at what decks are the most toxic, what decks are having the highest win ratios when being used, and what are those getting, and what are those decks doing. Grit is really toxic because it's allowing a lot of OTK decks that go first to set up their builds, not get hit for a game, and then go in into doing crazy shit right then and there. So I see why Grit is getting hit. On that note, baggy sleeves, the skills be given harder activation conditions and more decks are able to special summon level 5 or higher monsters. Thunder Dragons, off bat. I know I should really have, I know I just said that they don't do this shit because of community stuff, but I'm telling you guys right now that a lot of shit got hit on the dual link meta. Like, it's a nice microcosm to look at. I'm looking at this shit, like this shit like changed up a bunch because of just baggy sleeves and Grit, and for the next skill. So like, I don't even see Thunder Dragons on Duel Links meta's radar anymore because of these two skills. Baggy sleeves were used a lot because you would pop something and it'll let you draw twice. This is it. And then No Mortal Can Resist, something that has just been pissing me off on the ladder for weeks. Consecutively devastate graveyard-based strategies, so we're adding an activation condition. This is good. I understand that these skills are supposed to help decks that don't have a lot of power, but No Mortal Can Resist has been dominating like crazy. Transcendent Crystals. Now I feel like this has been changed, one, to hurt Christians. Like, another thing that I've noticed on the ladder or on the dueling meta thing, Christians have just been knocked off a lot. Like, even Duel Links tier lists have been changed up. Right now, Christians are tier 1. With Transcendent Crystals being hit, yeah, that's kind of helping, that's kind of hurting the Christian plays. Heavy starter skills probability will be lower. A lot of this stuff has been happening with things that, a lot of decks that have activation conditions that are 5 or more 5-star monsters, like a lot of those have been hit. Heavy starter was kind of a hit that wasn't on their radars when they did a lot of the other ones. I can see that. Fusion Time. The skill has been trained to give elemental hero decks more strategic options. This is crazy. And when this is in time, like when the Fusion Time skill gets placed, I'm expecting Grand Merge to make a little resurgence. But as we get to that, we'll talk about it. And then Deckmaster Effect, Cyber Commander. It's a thing. I think this is just for, I think they're gonna give Tristan a little bit love coming soon. So this was to help that. Other than that, the reasons for these are all very valid. I don't think this is really, on a personal note, this is not hurting any deck that I'm in love with, but I think this is making things a little more fair for us on the ladder. So let's actually get to the updated skills and how they're worded and how they're going to change. Grit. If you have 4,000 or more life points at the start of the turn, your life points will not fall below 1. When a skill is applied, you can only special summon 1 monster until the end of your next turn. So I'm thinking about who was using grit like crazy. And I want to say it was really like Thunder Dragons, Luna Lights. A lot of them were using grit. And I'm happy that this is starting to cause like, hey, when you get hit to that 1, you can't take the next turn to OTK your opponent. So I kind of respect this. I think this is not going to be used anymore after that, to be honest. So let's see how that one plays out. On that note, let's look at Baggy Sleeves. If your level 7 or higher monster is destroyed by battle, your normal draw, the next draw phase becomes 2 cards. The skill only activates once per turn. This was a change that needed to happen, like legitimately. The fact that every time you destroy a monster it has like 7 stars, I think it was 5 stars before, right? I want to say it was 5 stars before. Let me see if I can double check that. Yeah, Duel Links meta is not good about like keeping the original skills up when it happens. But I believe Baggy Sleeves was level 5 or higher, which made it a big problem in UAs. It's another thing that Thunder Dragons is using to just gain more advantage from destroying. This needed to happen. It needed to be once per turn, once per duel thing. I'm happy that's a change. No mortal can resist. You can use this when your life points are at least 2k or less than your opponent. Change all your monsters in your opponent graveyard to Skull Servants. Can only be used once per duel. So we had Seal Tombs, which was being a problem. Then we all defaulted to no mortals can resist, and then we overused that. This is just Konami telling us stop overusing these skills. I'm happy that it's become once per duel thing. I think it was twice per duel before, but this definitely needs a hit, and this was a problem. Also, can we just look up King of the Skull Servants? I'm so sad we did not see a King of the Skull Servant variant build really pop up because of this. Oh, because King of the Skull Servant only activates when they're on your Skull Servants in your graves. Never mind. Oh, I'm goofy. So yeah, that man kind of needed to get hit. Transcendence Crystal's the only thing that changed, and it only activate from the 3rd turn forward, which I can kind of see that. Like, I know that Crystons were doing it, like, as soon as you had the Crystal impacts in hand, you're dumping them to get more. Kind of like negating those things, like stopping those things from happening. 1st turn, 2nd turn, 3rd turn. If you go 1st, you can do it on your 2nd turn. If you're going 2nd, you can only do it on, like, you're kind of at a disadvantage. I'm happy this happened. Heavy skill, the text will remain the same. I guess they'll just lower the probability. Fusion time, you can use this when your life points decrease by 1,000. Return 1 card from your hand to the deck and add 1 poly from your hand outside of the deck. And then you can add 1 level 4 or lower elemental hero normal monster from your hand to your hand from your graveyard. I see people kind of like adding like just 1 random e-hero with a ban that's coming up soon, because we have a Vylon ban. Maybe a thing that we'll see now are people pitching like normal e-heroes with Vylon and then just using fusion time to get it back. We'll see. I think this just helps like those grand merge plays, elemental hero plays, because since we're now losing malicious in the main deck, maybe we'll see people be a little more inventive with the normal e-heroes, or not. We'll see. I really can't. This is one that I'm not going to speak on. Deck Master Effects Cyber Commander. If you have Cyber Commander on your field, the defense position, the attack and defense of all warrior and machine monsters increase by 300. In addition, instead of conducting your draw phase, you can add 1 Cyber Commander to your hand from your deck. It's just Tristan Love. Like, this is not going to have any competitive effect. Cyber Commander has no type of, like, it's not cool. Like, we need a Cyber Commander retrain for this to be decent. Which, honestly, with all the Dual World retrains happening in the latest OCG set, hey, it could be. Who knows? So this was kind of cool. Like, I do not have a problem with any of these. Not as bad as like when what was that skill that Kaiba used, where it's 3k for every one? I can't even think of the name anymore. It's been so long since I've seen that skill. Oh man, but I'm okay with a lot of these. some healthy nerfs. I believe that this is like, the metagame has been a lot stale lately. So I hope this, plus a new set dropping probably a couple of days after this this skill rebalance thing kicks off. Like, I'm really happy. I'm really hoping for it. So let's actually talk about the forbidden list. So no new type of things for forbidden list. Like, we're not getting a limit one or a limited, semi-limited, and tri-limited thing yet. I'm happy that they added this a couple ban lists ago, because this is actually going to take a lot of effect this ban list. Like, the limit 3 thing is going to be a big one for us, this particular ban list, in my opinion. So let's get into it. This one is not going to be it's not going to be super long. So let's talk about the limited 1 section. And this one was very important for me. Desynchro has been limited. I understand why this one, because there's some really degenerate FTKs with this, where you're just making monsters constantly to burn your opponent. So this is definitely something that this had to be happened. I see that a lot of times when we do get forbidden lists for cards, it's about stopping FTKs, OTKs, well, stopping degenerate FTKs, stopping OTKs that don't let your opponent play, and stopping things that have just been on the ladder way too much, and Desynchro is one of them. I've only like ran into the Desynchro FTKs once or twice on stream, and maybe once or twice off stream, but when it happens, like, it's just not fun for anybody. The same for the Cyberstein one. It's just, hey, when you're making a bunch of big fusion monsters and you don't have no way to go over it, this was a thing. Now let's talk about the first one a lot of us on YouTube will be happy about, because of what it does for like for the ladder. Element Saver Malho has been put to a 1 of. Now I think we can take a look at what else is on the 1 of list, or what else is on the list. I don't think it's gonna be, I think it's more to stop us from using Cocytus and Element Sabers. Like, this is certainly for like the Element Saver Invoke builds. Oh, wait, let's stretch that out. This is definitely for like the Invoke Element Saber builds. Like, it's an instant, like, you can instantly go into Purgatrio. But I feel like you can go without Mahalo, honestly. Like, it's cool for the name, and it gives you a 200 power boost when it the field spell's out. But the Invoke build is not caring about that. Like, they have so many different monsters, and they're just gonna splash another type in there, another Element Saber in there. So this one I was just like, okay, you stopped the fire one, but it's not stopping the deck from making more fires. If this was the case, you should have put Lapis and Mahalo at 3 each, so we wouldn't be getting constantly flipped and disrupted in that build. But I don't even think people use it for the skill. Like, yeah, you're accelerating the graveyard, but on that note, let's take it to limited 2. Magician of Dark Illusions is at 2 now. This is the one that hurts me the most. To see that Magician of Dark Illusion is at a 2 of right now makes me sad. I don't think that messes with too much, but the fact that like Dark Magicians now don't have as much utility, like they're not running Tretch, they're not running Econ in their builds. Like, this is really just stopping the Dark Magicians from having more utility. And a lot of times when you see something on the 2 list, it's to stop the deck from having degenerate plays on top of having a lot of utility, in my opinion. So this, I don't see Dark Magicians really falling off too much because of this, but definitely we're going to be relying on the circle and the navigations for our negations and stuff, and our utilities and disruptions, than our like utility spells and traps. And this stops us from having a constant Dark Magician able to be special summoned on the board, because that's what this is. It's proc circle. Because whenever you activate a spell or trap, you can get a Dark Magician. So this was kind of understandable. Vision Hero Vylon, it's at 2. Now the reason why this makes me sad is because now Vylon's at 2, and Malicious was at 2, and now I don't know what to do. Like, this really hurts. which I'm thinking is why they messed with fusion time a little bit to give us a little leeway, something that we can pitch with Vylon. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is going to kill the deck, but you're definitely not going to be having more plasma plays. We're not going to be seeing Trinity as much. It probably will open up to have more stuff in the extra deck, honestly, but long story short, this is probably the one that hurts me the most. And then Crystron Rio, I want to read the reasoning for this one. The deck that uses this card has a lot of consistency, high winning percentage over the course of many months. Therefore, we are limiting this card to prevent the meta game from being stale. So this is literally, hey, we've been noticing y'all been playing Crystron way too much. We're stopping it. Which is, why is it Rio instead of Citri? Like, are people really using... This is like one of the times I have to hit a TZ Razor and just be like, hey dude, like, why? Like, I need to ask why. Thunder Dark is here. Okay, so the limited 3 is probably one of the biggest things that we've seen on this ban list. Like, that's the one that has the most changes to it. It has the most cards by like 1, but the interaction, at least for the first 3, are the craziest in my opinion. So this is the one that has me like the most like, damn, they really did this. So we're gonna go first for Goatsark. This card is being limited along with Thunder Dragon Dark to prevent the Thunder Dragon decks from summoning too many monsters in one turn. So this, like, I like the wording because this is like they're directly saying that this is targeting Thunder Dragons. This is completely in conjunction with Dragon Dark. You can only have 3 combinations of this card, so a lot of people, I will see like a lot of people are probably gonna go 1-2, 1-1-2, or 3 Goatsarks or 3 Thunder Darks. Like, I'm not gonna see a combination of 2-1 or 1-2. Like, I really think you're gonna want your Dragon Darks. Like, I even though I just said it's like 2-1. Long story short, these are gonna definitely need a hit. Thunder Dragons have been running rampant a lot lately, ever since Chaos Dragon Leviathan has been added to the game. So these were definitely something that I'm like happy that they're hitting, especially the Drag Dart. But on that note, the Goatsark ban actually hurts the Shiranui decks a little bit too. Shiranui decks that use the card have a consistent high win percentage over the course of many months. Therefore, we're limiting this card to prevent the metagame from becoming stale. This isn't the card that they should have hit though. Actually, what is currently limited from the Shiranui stuff? Like, I know that... What else is on the forbidden list? So Shiranui Squires is at 3. Hold up. Limited to 1. Let's see how many cards from the Shiranui builds have been limited. Because I want to say, is this their first hit? No, so Spectral Shore is instantly a 2 of. And Squire's a 3 of now. Which, honestly, you're just kind of stopping this from playing any other utility cards. Because let's look at what's also in the 3 section right now. It's Shiranui, Cosmic Cyclone, Goatsark, Charge, Thunder Dragon, and Palace. People are really only using this with Goatsark and Charge. So you're kind of just stopping like the Shiranuis from popping off. So I think this is just to keep the Shiranui builds kind of pure. They're playable by themselves, but you're not going to get the added utility with the other like Lightsworn cards that we all know that the Shiranuis are just waiting to be hit in the grave. So, oh boy, where is he? Where are you, sick son of a gun? I swear he was here. So the boy can just synchro climb hard. So I kind of see where they're going with it. And then, like, Charge of Light Brigade has just been added to stop all of these decks. Like, Charge of Light Brigade was put to 3 so you can still make Lightsworn decks, but then it's not helping Shiranuis, it's not helping Thunder Dragons, it's not helping Crystrons, it's not helping, or those are the only ones I'm thinking that are helping. But I like the 3 of, like, they're using the limited 3 the way that we all wanted them to use the limited 3, as a way to keep decks pure, so you're not mixing engines in it, and to overall just stop people from running too much like utility. So I'm okay with this. I don't really think, and I'm trying to take a look and I'm trying to remember how the tier lists and the top decks were working for a while. I think these are all really good hits. I think we're gonna see a lot of jumbleness in the tier list coming up, but I also hope this is starting to show that we're gonna probably get a lot of good support being pushed in the next couple sets. We know we have a mini booster coming out later this month, and then we're probably gonna have the main thing coming up mid next month. And I also know that because we're not having YCS events in the physical games, we're probably going to have a big online tournament late June, early July to make up for that. So I hope this is just getting ready to make that like as fun as possibly can be. On that note, if you guys like these discussions of the meta game, hit this video with a like. These are usually the videos that do like not the best on my channel. So let me know you guys like these. Comment down below, show me some love. I'll keep these going as much as you guys like them. I love you, I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow with a new Duel Links video. This is Marz Super on the Marz Super channel, and the Marz is